Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin Taylor and I am the Road Safety Manager here at RoSPA, the Royal Society for the Prevention of Accidents. Just a little bit about my background before we jump in today. Prior to joining RoSPA, I spent a considerable amount of time providing trauma support to those who were bereaved and or seriously injured as the result of road traffic collisions, which is why I very much appreciate the topic that we will be discussing today: investigating incidences, sharing and learning from our findings. In the transport industry, safety is a non-negotiable, but today I want to highlight how crucial it is to learn from our incidences and to create a culture where continuous improvement becomes part of our everyday practice. Sharing findings and recommendations after an incident is absolutely critical to prevent reoccurrence elsewhere. Incidences are incredibly costly. Beyond the financial implications, the human toll can be absolutely devastating. These incidences not only harm individuals, but they can cause disruptions to operations and can significantly damage an organisation's reputation. However, when we investigate incidences correctly, they present an invaluable opportunity for learning. Each incident, no matter how minor, acts as a window into our operations, allowing us to understand what really happened and, crucially, what went wrong. But this learning is not limited to those directly involved. By sharing findings with others, we can help avoid similar incidences, multiplying the value of every investigation. Without thorough investigation and without the dissemination of results, we are missing key lessons that could prevent future incidences. If we are serious about preventing reoccurrence, we must ensure that we learn from every incident and near miss. Ultimately, this is about making sure that we create safer environments for everyone. Driving is the most dangerous work activity that most people do, and it contributes to far more accidental deaths and serious injury than all other work-related activities. Although many businesses have made significant progress in risk assessment, looking forward to anticipate and prevent harm, there's still a gap when it comes to learning from our past failures. This gap is even wider when it comes to sharing these learnings across the industry. Organisations often focus on identifying potential risks, but what happens when an incident does occur? Are we treating it as a learning opportunity or simply moving on without delving any deeper? Too often, organisations keep these findings internal, missing the opportunities to help others avoid similar mistakes. Too often, organisations fail to see investigations as a tool for continuous improvement. Without understanding the underlying causes of incidences, the same failures are likely to happen again. And in some cases, the consequences could be far worse. We at RoSPA call on all organisations to reassess how they handle incidences. Rather than looking for quick fixes or seeking to assign blame, RoSPA challenges all organisations to dig deeper. We must investigate not just what happened, but why it happened, and most importantly, why it wasn't prevented. Equally, we must be willing to share these insights beyond our own organisations to help others improve. By learning from others' experiences, we can raise the bar for safety across entire industries. By taking more of a thorough approach and committing to open communication, we can uncover hidden flaws in our systems and make lasting improvements. This doesn't just help us prevent similar instances, it can also strengthen the overall management of health and safety in our organisations. Now let's go through the 10 essential steps that are key to a successful investigation. These steps are quite simple, but crucial in ensuring that we gather the right information and draw the correct conclusions. Then we need to communicate these findings to ensure that others can also benefit from our learnings. Number 1 is taking prompt emergency action, ensuring the safety of personnel, providing first aid and addressing immediate risks. Number 2 is prompt recording. Incidences must be reported internally and, where necessary, to external authorities. Reporting quickly helps preserve evidence and allows the investigation to start promptly. Number 3 is securing the scene. It is essential to preserve the incident scene and prevent any evidence from being disturbed or lost. Number 4 is determining the level of investigation. Not every incident requires the same level of investigation. We must scale the investigation based on its learnings and its learning potential and safety significance. Number 5 is gathering evidence. Collecting physical evidence, conducting witness interviews, and reviewing documentation are all part of this step. Number 6 is analysing evidence. Once we've gathered the facts, we must piece them together to form a coherent picture of what occurred. Number 7 is identifying gaps. Any gaps in the evidence need to be filled by further investigation. Number 8 is developing and testing hypotheses. What caused the incident? By developing theories, we can test and refine our own understanding of the event. Number 9 is generating conclusions and recommendations. With a clear understanding of the incident, we can make recommendations to prevent similar issues in the future. And lastly, number 10 is communicating those findings and ensuring closure. Sharing lessons learned is essential, and we must also ensure that recommendations are implemented and followed up upon. Skipping any of these steps can lead to missed opportunities for learning and improvement. Even with the best processes in place, there are several barriers that can prevent us from fully learning from incidences. The first is emotional responses to an incident, which can sometimes cloud judgment. Incidences, particularly those involving serious injury or death, naturally generate very strong emotions. While this can sharpen focus on prevention, it can also lead to defensive attitudes, where the priority becomes assigning blame rather than learning lessons. Secondly, underreporting of incidences and near misses remains a significant issue. Employees may fear disciplinary action or blame, which discourages them from reporting incidences. Without proper reporting, we lose valuable data that could have helped us prevent future incidences. Finally, some organisations lack a structured approach to investigation. This often results in investigations that focus too narrowly on the immediate cause or the actions of individuals, instead of addressing the broader systemic factors. To overcome these barriers, we need to create a fair and just culture, a culture in which employees feel safe to report incidences and near misses without fear of blame or retribution. This doesn't mean a completely blame-free culture. Accountability is important, but we must understand that incidences are often the result of systemic failures, not individual actions. Instead of asking who caused the problem, we should be asking, why was this failure not prevented? Creating a culture of openness and fairness will encourage more frequent reporting and more robust learning from failures. One highly effective method of improving investigations is through a team-based approach. Involving employees, including safety representatives, in the process helps bring local knowledge to the table and foster a sense of ownership. Team-based investigations can tap into the expertise of those directly involved in day-to-day operations, build trust within the organisation by promoting openness and collaboration, improve participants' understanding of risk management, and develop workforce champions for safety who can help ensure that recommendations are implemented. This collaborative approach works best when an organisation has a well-established near-miss reporting procedure, allowing for informal investigations of smaller incidences. This helps create a positive safety culture so that when more serious incidences occur, the organisation is well prepared to investigate thoroughly. So, what does the future of incident investigation look like? Firstly, we need to provide better training to senior managers. Incidences are rarely caused by a single factor. They are often the result of complex interaction of causes, and managers must be equipped to understand these complexities. Secondly, we must improve training in investigative skills for employees at all levels. Skills such as interviewing witnesses, gathering evidence, and analysing data can make a huge difference to the quality of investigations. And these skills can also be applied to other areas like quality control or environmental management. Technology too has a role to play. Digital photography and other tools allow us to capture and share evidence more quickly and accurately, improving the quality of investigations. Finally, insurers can be valuable partners in this process. By working more closely with organisations, insurers can help them learn from incidences and focus on their long-term goal of improving health and safety standards. Fortunately, there are many resources available to help organisations improve their approach to investigation. The Health and Safety Executive provides valuable guidance through documents like Managing for Health and Safety and Investigating Accidents and Incidences. These resources are freely available and provide a solid foundation for effective investigations. There are also several videos and workbooks that provide real-world examples and guidance on how to conduct thorough investigations. RoSPA too has extensive materials available to help organisations strengthen their processes. In conclusion, learning from our failures, whether our own, those of others, or from near misses, is essential if we're to improve safety in the transport sector. But this learning doesn't happen automatically. It requires a systemic approach to investigation, a culture of openness, and a commitment to sharing findings and acting on recommendations. By adopting a structured, team-based and fair approach to investigating incidences, we can not only prevent the reoccurrence of similar incidences, but also build a stronger, safer culture within organisations. Remember that the goal is not in place to place blame, but it's to learn and improve. Thank you for your time and attention today. I really hope that this session has offered some useful insights into how we can all learn from safety failures and make our roads safer. I'd be more than happy to take any questions, so please do email them to me at ctaylor@rospa.com. Thank you, everyone.